Going live.
All right, grasshoppers. Here it is. We're moving the show. We're keeping you guessing. We're keeping you alive here. The great Rich Gabberty. What's happening, sir? How are you?
Oh, phenomenal, Tom. I'm excited. It's 11:30, and whatever time we do this, it's great.
Okay.
It's
So this is my fault. I want to make it very clear, too. This is my fault. We had planned on, so I've been taping a lot of these new podcasts, this Full Change.
Got no time for us.
Right. So we're going to move it to, and I said we're going to do it at a regular time now, 10 o'clock every Wednesday morning. We're going to do it. Now, again, I messed up. Be kind. Yeah. But today I actually had a fun podcast with Craig Ludwig, the forward player. He's got a podcast called Suds with Luds.
Beer?
We didn't have beer. He enjoys his adult beverages. Yes. He's a fun guy.
Oh, yeah. So two hockey guys talking about beer and having a good time, and life is
definitely.
beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. We had a lot in common. We both, we got to college together, get drafted. We were shot blocking defensemen. I had a Harley. He's got a Harley. Did I ever tell you my Harley Davidson story?
No, and don't do it again. You had a ride. You dropped it on your leg, for Christ's sakes. The cop came. He left. He recognized who you were. Right? Tom Laidlaw. What's wrong with you?
I wonder how many times in my life I have told a story over and over, and people are just sitting there going, "Okay, you told me the story."
365 for that one. That's not one of your highlights. But you listen. You've done a lot of stuff. You're
I like to be thorough. I want to be thorough too. I make sure.
So you want to change? So you might remember something else.
Right. Or maybe somebody hadn't listened to the story before. And
I don't want to cut you short. Yeah, because we have it. I mean, I apologize because right. Look at that. We just hit 50,000 viewers. So yeah, I'm sorry about that with Ryan, the thing you were feeling yourself and you almost broke your freaking head. And you went to the emergency room.
Yes, I did.
Tell me how much of the story I'm making up. None.
No, you remember more details than I did, probably. Yeah. I was real proud of myself too. Limping, I wouldn't park the valet park, and I had to limp up the hill.
Wait, but you went there? You went there with the bike?
No, my ex-wife at the time. Well, she's my wife.
She was your wife at the time.
Yes,
so she still cared. She still cared a little bit.
She still cared about me. She didn't abandon me yet. She had not abandoned me.
Okay, but she dropped you off and never came back. Is that how did?
She took me to get. She was doing something, so she took me to. We might have been having a barbecue at our house, and I was.
And you went for hot dogs.
Yeah. Oh God.
Talking about married life, you just remind me of you. You can count on me for statistics.
Yes, totally. And science, science and statistics.
And science. So now I have one for you.
Right.
Did you know that there's a study that has just been completed that says 70% of married men after they have sex can't fall asleep?
So it's just as of married men, not single men?
Married men. They only studied married men. That's as far as they went. Married men, 70% of them can't fall asleep after having sex.
Really? Wow. I'm the other way around.
You want the answer? You know why?
Okay. Yes.
Because they got to drive home.
Jesus, that's terrible.
Okay. All right. Terrible. So what else you want to talk about now?
That's good. That's a good one, though. I like that one.
You like that, huh? That's my humor. That's one of my character strengths.
Oh, very good. That is good. You are very funny. Actually, I was working with Mike Benelli, your friend Mike Benelli, yesterday.
Oh, my God. Mike Benelli.
Yeah.
The one and only.
Yesterday? It was Monday. Excuse me. It was Monday. I was working.
What is he selling? What is he advocating? What is he doing?
We were at a school in Queens for the Rangers. It was Martin Luther King Day. So we're at a school. Cool. And getting the kids into the ball hockey that he's really big into. So it was really fun. The kids were great.
Yeah, a basketball court type of atmosphere.
So we were inside in the gym. It was a little bit of a frosty day. So we were great kids. Yeah.
And it's near like a big mural. They have murals on the side of the wall of the building or something like that.
Yep. It was a place called Wren Place is the street it was on in Queens.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Good. Did you know that place?
No credit for anything. Yeah, I'm the one who went there first. Anyway, but I'm bummed.
Barry Shelley. Barry Shelley's here. Hold on. Barry Shelley's here.
I love Barry.
You're both wrong. I feel like I'm playing leapfrog all morning, sitting in front of the computer and then get back out. Yeah, I know. Okay, so that's a good point. So it's my fault, and we're going to now. This show is going to be on at 10 o'clock every Wednesday morning from now on. Okay, or else we'll give you some kind of advance notice if we can't.
We're going to give everybody a refund. A refund. We'll sell it. Yeah. Oh, look! Somebody didn't get the message.
What song is that?
Hey, it's Goomba Johnny. Listen, it's Goomba Johnny. Tom.
How do I know that?
I don't even know what song it is, but it's finally my friend calls me. Hold on. Hey, John. John.
Yeah.
Listen, you're on our podcast. So you can't stay long, but there's like 500,000 people on it. And Tom Layla, Tom, say hello to Goomba Johnny.
Hey Johnny, what's happening, Goomba? How do you speak?
He doesn't know how to speak Italian. Anyway.
Oh, he doesn't speak Italian.
He
can't see his hands moving. He can't see his hands moving. That's why.
Right. Yeah. He's all bent out of shape. He's a celebrity. No,
where did I hear that song though? I've heard that song that.
That song I really don't know, bro.
Oh man, that's gonna bother me now. Hey, Rich, did you get that Guido in the Blues jersey off the stage at the Aerosmith concert?
Oh yeah, that was me. I know that was. You like that picture, huh, Danny? That Steven, if you notice that in that picture, he is about to fall off stage. And I am from the Bronx, and I'm making more money than I ever could imagine back then. And there was no way that my meal ticket was going to crack his head open. So I caught him in time. He obviously was dehydrated and was not in the best shape singing that last song there.
So I don't know if I announced this, but I am playing Sunday in the alumni game against the Islanders at Northwell Health. I did not know that. Yeah, actually, I'm going to be mic'd up during the game, so it would be interesting to see. Here's a question for you. So, did I tell the other guys that I'm mic'd up or not? They're going to say more if I don't tell them.
Yeah, but that might not be too good. You choose your own. I mean, they're going to edit it, or is it live?
Yeah, MSG's. No, it won't be live. Yeah, MSG's going to edit it. So yeah.
So you could probably cost somebody like their position there by saying,
right,
one of the other players.
Well, you know what? I'll make sure that I ask them that. I'm pretty sure it'd be taped so they can edit it. So they'll edit it because MSG's not going to allow that kind of stuff.
No, I know that. But what if they say something against MSG unwittingly?
Oh, good point. Oh, that's a.
All right, thank you.
See, that's why. That's why
we're good friends. I'm Italian. That's a problem.
You get the big money.
That's why I give the big money away.
Yeah, that's going to be
Santa Claus.
Okay, so I should tell them. That kind of ruins the fun, though.
Well, I would somehow. I don't know. I know it does ruin it. It ruins the spontaneity, but it's a bunch of guys playing hockey. Okay,
right. Yeah. So the F word will be used.
F words are definitely going to be used, and then somebody's going to point out somebody in the stands that look at this one either.
Right. You know what? So I should tell my teammates, but not tell the Islander guys. That's better because if they say something in MSG.
Oh my God, that's funny. That would be and goad them a little bit.
Well, I have a habit in these alumni games of standing in front of their bench and having a little conversation with the players.
I'm sure you do. So then you got to do that.
Yeah, totally. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, you got to be you. Good.
So
get that.
I can ask some questions.
Yeah, they're gonna love you. This might be a checking game. This might be like the game in Stanford where they checked you and you wanted to kill the guys.
So I'm doing a clinic tonight at Rye Plainland, and typically I don't wear a helmet. So Rye Plainland. So I had to take all the liners out of my helmet to fit in my head. There's some left in there. There's a little bit of cushioning there.
You couldn't get a lid from Benelli. Benelli's got helmets. Forget it. Like what is it? Benjamin Moore. Benjamin Moore donated helmets, right?
Yeah, but they don't fit my head.
No,
seriously, I got a big melon.
No, I know. I hear you.
Yeah, the guys
but they open up. They open up for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I hear you, but there's just so much.
So
going
you have a custom. You got to. Well, I know that.
So when I played, I don't know if you know what I played with the Rangers back.
Yeah, that's what somebody told me, and I, you know what, I'm getting a little slow in my old age because all the freaking Ranger stuff you wear, it didn't dawn on me. I just thought you were a fan. Yeah, you got no quit in New York now.
So I used to have to sign. They would make a smaller liner than the typical liner. I'd have to sign a waiver. They'd maybe sign a waiver. The helmet company.
No way. That's awesome. Seriously. You were like bad publicity.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I went to an event one time, a charity event. I'm at a charity event, and I wasn't wearing a helmet. And one father came up to me. He was mad at me. He says, "You're setting a terrible example for kids." And I said,
"Well, yeah, it's the truth.
There's no place kids can go to play unless they have a helmet on. So how could they possibly change that?"
I was going to ask you if Benelli's big on the helmets.
Yeah, well, he's got the mullet and everything going too. Like
he's got 70s mullet. Yeah, he took a time machine and went backwards.
He actually asked about you. He says, "How you doing with Gabri?" I said,
he better ask. I left him a whole bunch of my memorabilia. God, what do you
hold on. This is a breakthrough right here. This is former teammate Larry Melnick.
Oh, there you go.
Here's something. If you and Ludwig get together and drink 10 tequilas and soda, do you pee out the same amount of your intake? So ready for a call. Okay. So and by the way, so Larry Melnick.
That's great.
Probably the worst communicator. You say that I don't respond to a lot of your texts.
Tommy, let's start with this. He's married for 30-something years. You got to honor that. I don't give a crap what you do otherwise. I never met Mel. He's number 30. The other thing is this. Hold on, real quick. You and him both have your numbers retired in the rafters. Number
Yes.
30 and number 2.
That's very
Both
true.
of you
Very true.
retired numbers, never to
Very
be
true.
worn again.
Very true.
Melnick, Laidlaw.
Yep.
All
Absolutely.
right, carry on. I'm
But
sorry.
he's a terrible communicator. Like, you can only communicate with him with email. Like nowadays, like people text much more. Like he won't do. So if you write an email, why can't you write a text? Right? Is there some rationale for that?
Wow. Let me share something with you. Okay. What bothers you about somebody is they're a mirror. People are a mirror. So what bothers you about somebody is right back in your face. So if that bothers you, he doesn't text. Imagine how much you bother other people.
Well, I do text though. I do text.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Maybe. No. That's how you text. What do you just hit? Like you have these pre things and you.
I know. I do. I don't know why.
Tom, I'm ready to jump off a bridge. I don't know what to do. Can you help me?
Magical.
Okay.
Magical.
Yeah, magical. Magical.
I am terrible with text. I tell
you
everybody.
Are not my go-to.
You
are not my go-to call.
I'm fine talking. Talking's fine. Like being on the phone is fine, but it's the texting is an issue. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I hear you. I hear phone. Yeah, my phone is fine. You have so much
Yeah.
fun on the phone too. All right. I got 15 minutes. Hurry.
Okay.
Hurry. Quick.
Or then I'm terrible at like, so I talk so much during the day that when nighttime comes around, I've done everything. Like somebody want to talk, like it's like my mouth is tired.
Yeah.
So Larry,
did we lose Mem? Where'd he go?
No, he's here. So he wants me to call some guy from business. If you'd call me, you'd find out.
There you go.
You don't answer the phone, Mel.
Retired.
What's me call?
The
what's the guy he wants me to call? It's the same name as some famous person. Some guy can. He'll tell me.
Oh, so
but I did try. So
Trudeau.
Okay,
Trudeau.
Why are some people you call them and they don't go to voicemail? It get a message saying this person is not available now. Like, have you ever dealt with that with people?
Yeah, there's that, or please wait while we try to find the subscriber. That's another good one.
Yeah. You go to voicemail, for God's sake. You're wasting my time.
What
about some of these services where they can give the guy the notice? Like, I think people want to look like they're screening their calls, like they're important people. So they have this service where you have to announce who you are, and then they tell the person.
They do that. That's a good one. That's to get rid of spam calls, I think. I have no idea.
Oh, is that okay? All right,
well,
but
I suppose
I kind of
have
feel
fun
like
with the spam callers. I have fun.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, like you pretend you're speaking Spanish or something like that. Yeah.
Hola. Hola. Yeah. I had Lou, my son, put a soundboard from this movie Napoleon Dynamite, and I got good at playing it. And I would play the guy's responses, and he would go, "Hello, who are you? Can I have a keychain?" You know, stuff like that. It was like hilarious. Oh, I had so much fun with it.
It is funny messing with those the callers.
Hola, hola. ¿Qué pasa?
Yeah. Or else you just get nasty right away. Like, what do you want?
Yeah. Make believe you're asleep.
You know that the call, it's a spam call when they kind of delay, right? And then there's a little beep, and then you don't have the I don't like that kind of stuff.
No,
I thought we were supposed to be able to block those spam calls.
Well, you could block some of them if you have the spam blocker. The problem with that is that, as happened to me in business, is like Stripe. If you as a merchant take Stripe, well, when those people call back, they call back from all ends of the earth, and it comes up as a spam call. So you never hear back from Stripe because they get funneled away.
What is Stripe?
Stripe is, as I told you, I'm dedicating all the money I save on construction costs to your engine, 10% of it. So today I owe you $4.50 today. And I'm going to send you it on Stripe.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh, Stripe's okay. I feel like I've tried to look at the positive of this no car situation. I figure I was probably spending like $150 to $200 a month or a week on gas. So if I don't have the car, let's say we'll go with the low number, 150. So that's $600 I'll save for a month not having a car.
Okay. Listen, you could justify it right into like you're making money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, and you saw that Turo, whatever the heck that car app was, where you could rent the car from like your area,
Brilliant.
$40 or some crap like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually did it down here. It's cool.
Oh,
but I did it on a convertible.
Some private individual is renting out his car.
Private individual renting out the car. The app is what insures in case, God forbid, you have a dented or have a mishap or something like that. But I mean, you could take it a step. You don't need to get a Volkswagen Jetta. Yeah, you could actually get there were people that put out like Lamborghinis or convertibles or something. You take it.
There was one guy here in Greenwich had a Mercedes that he was renting out for. It was pretty cheap too. It was like $70, $75 a day.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
But that's a good question of who, like, if you crash it.
Well, he Yeah, he has insurance, but you also get insurance when you use the app. The app gives you insurance.
Oh, wow.
So you are insured. It's not fly by night stuff. It's
right.
You're insured.
Are you a big Uber guy? Do you use Uber?
No. I mean, if I had to, I would. If I needed something in an emergency, but like that's digital hitchhiking. Which, if you think about it, that's like the same thing like putting your thumb out and somebody picks you up. So, for me and you, we don't care because it would just be like a wrestling match or something. Right. But think about putting a woman in the back of that car.
You're running.
You're running.
I guess. Yeah, I guess you've got the picture of the guy and his name and all that kind of stuff, but still, yeah.
So, that's another thing though. I mean, I know a bunch of horror stories about Uber, but just the person who registers the car and gets the app is not sometimes the person who picks you up. Like, because if I'm the Uber app on my phone, I'm the driver, and I can't. I'm sick. I give you the phone. You pick up my clients. Use the phone. We make money.
Yeah, very true. We went to a playoff game last year. Raleigh took a bunch of fans down. The Rangers did, and they flew us in. And then we were coming back. They got a car service for. We left out of Teterboro. We came back out of Teterboro, obviously, and we were taking the car service home like 1:00 in the morning. Yeah. And this guy's going up 87, and he decides he's going to start reading his text messages. He's got Gresher and I in the back. Yeah, so he slows down to like 30 miles an hour so he can read his text messages. Wow. I did not take too kindly of that, so I informed him that he should stop that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what the hell's wrong with him? Is he crazy?
He says, "Well, it's an emergency." I said, "Well, okay, we're the freaking emergency. You're driving us. So you don't put the phone down. I'm going to punch you in the back of the head." Yeah. I didn't say. I was firm.
You thought it, but you thought it. I'm sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So he put the text down. Yeah.
I mean, you and Gresh, between the two of you, right? One guy's 6'2", the other guy's 6'3", or whatever the hell it is. Like,
Well, and it's funny because Gresh was reading a text. So he thought I was yelling. He thought I was yelling at him. First, I said, "No, I'm yelling at the driver." Oh, that actually is pretty funny. Yeah,
that's really good.
God.
That's.
I find what it's not always good, but I find it's like there's a saying like a lot of the motivational speakers now are saying it's better to be a dangerous man, but you need to have it under control.
Yeah.
Who's Jordan Peterson? Do you listen to him?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah,
he's a Canadian guy, right?
Yeah, he's a Canadian guy. Yeah. Like him. He's okay.
How about the guy that gives advice like it's kind of going against the norm on the relationships between men and women? Bald-headed guy really takes the side of men, like saying that women, like he doesn't let his girlfriends have any male friends, that kind of stuff.
I don't know which, but there's a couple of them. There's a couple of them, and there's a couple of women who take the side of guys too, which is refreshing, right? But there was the guy who was really funny. It was his black fella, and he passed away like in May of 22. I'll send you his link. I can't think of Kevin something or other. Hilarious. Okay. He was the best. All dressed up in a suit, impeccably dressed and this and that. And he would say, why do you think on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what are you? She goes, I'm a 9. He goes, how could that be? Are you married? No. You're divorced. Okay, so you're divorced. No, that's -2. He's very funny, man. Right?
Yeah, some of these, there's one woman, a blonde woman, and there's an Asian woman. They really take the side of men. Like the Asian woman does a few things. She gets very emotional. Like these men are fantastic people. And I mean, it's just interesting how, the different views on same thing. Yeah. Men and women.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I say nothing. I say nothing.
Why? What do you got? What are you looking at? I got to get Facebook. I got to see what there's like people, they say nice things about me and I never hear about it. It's terrible. I'm only kidding.
They do say nice things about you.
Once in a while. I know you hide that from me because you know that I have issues. Yeah. I have issues.
Just don't abandon me, okay? Don't abandon me.
Yeah. Oh my God, buddy.
I was talking to Corey Hirsch. Have you seen Corey Hirsch? So Corey Hirsch is very good. Like he's had his own mental health issues, but he's out there helping a lot of people do a lot of speaking engagements.
He wrote a book, didn't he? He wrote a book recently.
Wrote a book. Yep. Got a podcast, very successful up in Canada. Awesome. Great guy. Like so him and I, it's funny because like you and I are the same way too. Like we've learned to discuss our feelings a little bit more, which is not always an easy thing to do for men.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. It's uncomfortable.
Even now, I know I should be doing it. I have to like make sure I do it. Right.
Well, you know what? It seems like I get people put in my path that want to talk, and which is good. And I have less of a problem doing that. I don't know about on a podcast going all out on exactly what's going on, but which I give you kudos for. But yeah, I think it's really good to talk. I mean, that's a big thing, and I don't know the statistics, but men are suffering from loneliness. Okay.
Yep.
They missed that in COVID, talking with guys. I mean, there's something about a bunch of guys getting together, especially if it's 5 close friends and you start to talk serious stuff. Yeah. You go through the bullshit initially and stuff, but when you get down to the nitty gritty and it's not one of those bitch and moan fests, it's good. It's really good, And
do you think they're like really good friends, or the friends that so if you got a problem and you're telling them your problem, they don't then relate it to their situation. They listen to your problem. You know what I'm saying?
You listen. Yeah. Wait, hold on. So you listen to their problem, but then I think at some point it's human nature, if you care, to at least relate to it, not minimize it and say, "Oh, come on, suck it up. Come on, that's nothing. What are you kidding me?" You know what I'm saying? So relate to it. But look, everybody has had a little time where they question their loneliness or they question themselves. They question themselves or they get depressed. Or like whatever it is. And those negative voices in your head, it's good sometimes to ask a question about it. Not like, hey, do I look fat? It's not that kind of crap. But it's like, what do you do in this instance? I'm a little jammed up here.
Good point. Up? Yeah, you're right.
Stuff like that.
But you got to have those right people that you really trust too, right? That what you tell them stays with them. It's not, you don't go gossip about it.
Well, that's important. I mean, that's important. I met a friend of mine and he told me something that I didn't realize recently down here. I met a friend of mine came and visited, and this is a funny true story, but he gets diagnosed. He goes in for a checkup. He gets diagnosed. The guy says with cancer, and it's stage 3 cancer. So 3 out of 4. 4 is terrible. 3 is pretty bad. So he gets all nervous and this and that, and he goes to church and he prays to God and he says, please, this thing with the cancer. Do this. I'll do whatever. I'll stop doing this. I'll stop doing that. He says, I gave everything over to God. So the next day he had to go for a second opinion. And the second opinion doctor comes out and he says, I want to inform you that you don't have cancer. You don't have stage 3 cancer. The guy put the decimal point in the wrong place. It's 0.03 cancer. And my friend yesterday tells me, he goes, Jesus, he goes, I made all these promises. Now I have to keep. It's just ridiculous.
I got to give it. I want to see this. Bianca is writing. Met Bianca at the Fritz Dietl ice rink.
Yes.
An interesting interview regarding 80 for Brady. And Gene Fonda mentioned that women will sit and talk about women openly, but men typically. Yeah, it is. You got to have the right male friends to open up. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's one saying, as a motivational speaker, I think made this speech too, that kid was in school, leading up to college, had to take the SATs. The father was making him take the SATs, wasn't doing very good in school, wasn't applying himself. And he did the SATs. The score he got back was 1,400 out of 1,600. So now all of a sudden he's thinking, well, I'm pretty smart. Like I should really start applying myself. You heard this?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So he went to school, really did well in school, started a career, made lots of money, very successful. And many years later, they found another letter that was sent to him saying that it was a mistake. He didn't get 1,400. He only got like 800 or 700 or something.
Spectacular.
Yeah. So, but he'd been convinced that he was a smart guy, and he went out and applied himself, and he did it. I just thought that's an interesting thing. You tell yourself what you are, right?
Well, that's the same thing about when you talk about the either Navy SEAL or Army Ranger that's in a coma and made sure somebody put a sign on his chest or on the door just speak positive, basically.
Yeah.
Speak positive because I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat this. Speak positive. I don't want to hear negative shit.
Oh, that was so cool. I gotta post that every once in a while. That poster was. And I've listened to him speak a couple times. I actually was trying to get him on a podcast with me. I'm still going to try to do that. Very motivated. Yeah, great guy, man. He's just like like he now is that. I think he's very in politics now too. But
is he?
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, cool. But I mean that's the kind of stuff that you have to. That I have to anyway. I have to read and keep in my daily minds because you could go. Left to my own devices, I could go negative real easy. I think anybody can, there's a ton of negative people you run into every day. You know what I'm saying? And things happen to you. I mean, there's adversity every day. Yeah. Right.
Totally. When I was in Queens on Monday, a young girl there, a really sweet young girl, probably like 9 or 10 years old. I come up, hey, how you doing? She goes, I'm depressed. And she kind of did it in a somewhat funny way, but I thought, oh geez, I would just stand and talk to her for a little bit. I said, what are you depressed about? I said, I don't want to be here. I don't like this at all. So she was talking herself into not liking it. But then when she went out and started playing the ball hockey, she was having a blast. But even while she was having fun, when she come back, I said, so you're having fun now? She said, no, I hate it. But she's out there laughing. Yeah, she's out there laughing and having fun. I don't know if that's just her typical. It seemed like that was her personality. That's the way she was. But like, I felt bad. Like I needed to spend more time with her. But I don't think she was clinically depressed. I don't think that was the case. But that's the word she chose. That's the word she chose to use. So she was telling herself she was depressed, and she carried herself that way too. But
But so in essence, she wasn't happy. Is the bottom line. Like people are. I've been around people that are depressed, and that's a whole nother animal.
Yeah, totally.
Depression truly is.
Yeah. If you told Tom he was an all-star with Paul Coffey talent, maybe he would have had it. You know what? It's a great statement, I guess you're making there. Yeah, I told myself, and I've said this many times, I'm very proud of myself, played in the NHL, all that's great and everything like that, but I told myself that I was just an average player. Now, Herb Brooks wanted me to be that steady stay-at-home defenseman, but again, I know I've said this several times, but when my name was on the all-star ballot, it was the weirdest feeling in the world. I felt totally confident in my game and who I was as a player. I just didn't feel like I belonged in the All-Star team. Like I'm serious. I was almost afraid to be in the All-Star game. I think back about that now. Like, what was I thinking?
God, dude, you would have been fine. Like I said,
just I know.
Pass it to Lemieux.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, but it's just it's interesting how you tell yourself what you are. I really do believe that. If you tell yourself over and over, now you still got to do the work.
Yeah,
that's
a good point, and that's a very good point. You have to do the work.
Yes. Yeah, but you can do anything you want to do if you tell yourself you're going to do the work. But again, if I want to be a basketball player right now, I could do it. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work.
Be a great Disney movie. Great Disney movie. Great Disney movie. Whew.
Yeah, there's a great movie. It was a true story about a kid who was a surfer, chasing Mavericks. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's a true story. It's a really cool story where the boy his neighbor was a big time surfer, so he wanted to be a surfer, learn to surf. So the neighbor. Oh, the guy that was in 300, started 300. You know that actor.
Okay. Oh, yeah, what? Russell Crowe?
No, wasn't Russell Crowe.
That's the Gladiator 300. No, is that the Gladiator?
Yeah, Gladiator is 300. Yeah, no, the Gladiator is the one Russell Crowe is in. 300 is his other guy. Oh, okay. All right, he was in the. We'll find out. Somebody will have it. But it was very, very again, true story about this young guy. Let me see here. Danny Erickson. Let's see what he's got here. Good Danny Erickson. If I had my daughter playing ball hockey, I would be ecstatic. I probably wouldn't believe it. If Tom had my daughter playing ball hockey. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It was. I felt bad. Like now we've done more of this mental health stuff. I felt like that she trying to send me a message or whatever. The teachers seemed like that was in interacting with the teachers with her. It seemed like that's just who she was all the time. That's the way she acted. So I didn't know. Well, but they were aware of it. So
that might be how she copes with stuff.
Yeah,
not happening.
Yeah.
You don't know. But
she's very sweet. She asked some great questions too. Like she was very a mature questions. Like she says, so what's your marital status? Do you have children? And this is this 9-year-old girl.
No. Did she really ask that?
Yeah.
That's spectacular.
So I asked that. Then she said later on, so do you love yourself? She asked me. Like,
no way.
Very deep person. Yeah. I said,
that's awesome.
That's a fantastic question. I
do.
Smokes. It was really good. She was good. Yeah, the kids were great. It's more like the inner city kids and that, but they were, I find with them that it's such hockey is such a foreign sport for them. So at first they're a little bit, they sit back a little bit, but once they get into it, they're fired up. They were good.
Yeah, it's a great sport. I mean, you just have to, kids who haven't played hockey, you got to just remind them, don't hit anybody with the stick. I remember doing one of those.
Oh yeah, totally.
In Queens, and you just don't hit anybody with the stick there, please.
So in your spare time, you installed a sliding glass door in your home. Is that correct?
Oh my God, am I proud? Yes, and that's why I'm donating $4.50 to the Laidlaw Engine Fund, and I encourage anybody else to please let's donate money. We will Zelle it to Tom, Venmo or Venmo or Stripe. Tom, I'm sure you have all three of those, right?
There's PayPal, all those things too, right?
Well, PayPal's old school. That's old school.
What's that?
Do you have PayPal? Do you have PayPal?
Yeah.
All right. So
why is it old school?
We don't use that. Oh, something about fees. You'll be concerned about this for fees. They're going to eat your fees up.
Oh, okay. Then I don't want that.
You don't want to pay fees.
Yeah. So just to be clear, I know Ira is asking, but we did announce I will be playing in the game at Northwell Health Center in Long Island against Rangers Islanders.
It's a nice facility.
I will be mic'd up. Oh my God.
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 So Tom will be at the bench saying, "Hey, you look a little fat there. What's going on? You're not working out, are you?" Wow.
Is it really Bianca? It's old school. Wow, I didn't know that.
Huh. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you. Right.
It's
all Stripe and Zelle. Zelle, very, very good.
Tom has a date. What do you have a date?
Tom has a date. Oh,
yeah.
Really, Barry? Barry, the date is at the Cooperstown thing. Is there, what airport do we fly into from Florida? That's what I want to know.
Because that's right too. Where would you fly into? Yeah,
I don't know.
Cooperstown International Airport.
Cooperstown International Airport.
Where would you fly? Buffalo or something?
I have a news flash. Okay. Yeah. Bruce Springsteen. You've heard of him? You know who he is?
Yes. Okay. Yes. He's Albany. He flew into Albany, by the way.
Albany. Thank you. Yeah. I did fly into there once. It's nice. It's just nice.
Bruce Springsteen.
Airport. Yep. Bruce Springsteen has cost me my RV-12, the little plane that we fly down here. It's gone.
Why?
Well, number one, I don't have my pilot's license yet.
That's an issue.
A learner. I'm a learner, number one. But so number two, the guy who has my pilot's license, my buddy, okay, decides he wants to sell the plane because he's going on tour as Bruce Springsteen's tour manager or whatever the hell he's doing with Bruce Springsteen. So if Bruce didn't go on tour, we would still be flying around. So that just happened. I was informed of this 2 days ago.
Let me get this straight. So somebody else has your pilot's license? How's that work?
No, I don't have a pilot's license. My friend has a pilot's license. He's a full pilot. He's a pilot. He's a helicopter pilot. He's like, he could probably do this. He could probably do the space shuttle. He's the only reason why we take off and land and are still alive. It's because of my buddy Donnie. But Donnie also is the touring guy who's active. I'm not active anymore. Right. And
Tracy me a little late to the party, but thank you.
Thank God she came. What are you kidding me? Thank you, Tracy.
Well, in fairness to her and Deb here.
Debbie too. Thank you, Deb.
Yeah, we did move the time around. That's my fault again. So we're going to be good. This show is going to be what is the word I'm looking for?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. every Wednesday from now on. Yeah. And if we don't, I'm going to do a better job. Actually, Deb offered that if we can't do it at that time, that she would send out a notice. So I'm going to contact Deb to say, okay,
Debbie,
we'll just do it at 10. If it has to change, then Deb will make it.
But don't give him an out, Deb. Please don't give him an out because that's what he wants. He gets an out, he's fine. He doesn't realize what a bunch of loyal people you have.
I know. No, I do. I do actually. I feel terrible about it. Yeah, when I do that.
Yeah. Okay.
And Ira, once again, I think Ira's joking around here. He did this last time as well because he says Happy Thursday because we
Happy Thursday. That means Ira in his street language likes Thursdays. Where is Bill? See, Bill might have he's gonna have to change his shopping day. That might be the shopping day for Bill.
Here's Billy.
Billy. That's
Patrick. Oh,
that's okay. We'll take him.
Yeah, so there's a good chance of me singing.
Oh, yeah,
actually,
sure.
Trailers for sale or rent.
There you
Room to let 50
right,
cents.
take it easy.
Ain't got no food, no pet. No, what is it? Ain't got no bills, no
do the Johnny Cash.
No cigarettes.
Listen, do me a favor. Do the Johnny Cash cover song. I Hurt Myself Today. Why don't you do that one when you pass the Islander bench? I hurt myself today to see if I could feel. Do that one. Patrick. Yeah, that's a good song. I'll send it to you. Patrick has Tom Seaver on it as his Tom Seaver is his picture.
Hold on, I believe that was Billy Kirkpatrick.
Right? Is that Seaver? 41? I can't see.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Seaver.
Good call by you.
Good guy. Good guy, Seaver.
What is it? Listen to what is this? Trache sings way better. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, well, Danny.
Oh my God.
That's all that. Yeah. We are the champions. He sings "We Are the Champions." Well, I think he sang it 5 times. Trotty, right?
That's right.
Got the Stanley Cup.
That's right. Because 4 with the Islanders, 2 more with Pittsburgh. There, I think you did. Yeah.
I got a coffee cup.
Yeah. Be kind. Be kind to those guys. Be kind to those guys making noise. Very loud. Let me see.
Unbelievable.
Let me see here. So, Tommy, I will pick you up after I'm going to watch the birds dismantled. I got to get home and watch rearrange my sock drawer. Actually, sorry, Ira.
Sock drawer. Ira, get over there though. Take a picture for me.
No.
So
this
I
don't
game
like
is not seen anyway. I can't watch this game anyway.
No.
So that's good.
See, I don't like. See, I have to take the Rangers are very nice. They get me a car service to get me places for doing events.
You need that.
Yeah, I know, but I hate to do that. Like I'm a farm boy from Canada. I don't take limousines.
You're not taking a limousine. They send a sedan. Don't BS anybody. They send you a sedan. They're not spending money on a limo.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, and it's on the weekend, so the limos are doing weddings. All the limos are doing weddings.
Rich Grid just started.
Tracy, you just got it. Wow,
nice.
What is it?
Tracy.
It's 20 hours down here, I think, to do something. You got to 20 hours, and then 30 hours is another benchmark. But the big benchmark is 200 hours, which I don't have. I don't have anywhere near it.
Billy Fickney Covenant. Yeah.
What have I said wrong?
Love the new T-shirt, Thomas. Wow. I'm glad you like it because that makes my day right there.
He's a retired athlete.
Something I was going to ask you too. What was I going to ask you? Let me see here. Who else do we have?
Here for you.
Comments. Billy. See, everybody gets excited that Billy gets on
Billy's
the show.
here. Here we go.
Because they want to see if he spells it. Yeah, they wanted to see if he spells his name any differently. Like, one of these days he's going to mess it up. Yeah.
Contradiction. William Contradiction.
He just had a bunch of little Scrabble letters, and he just threw them on the floor, and that's what he came up with. Contradiction. Kondratiuk. Yeah. Those the junior. God. Is there a Rich Gabberty Jr. or Senior? Or?
No, there's nothing. Just me.
Right.
Just me.
Right.
That's it. Huh. And we're the middle name for my father, myself, and my oldest son Lou is John. In case we ever got arrested. No, I'm only kidding. Right. They arrested a John the other day. No.
I think Ron. It's just I think Ron Greshner is coaching in the alumni game. I think that's typically his. He's he's not very mobile at this time.
Well, he doesn't choose. He doesn't choose to be. Well, go to the gym.
Yeah. So I think he coaches. I think they had Brian Trottier coach last year. I think for the Islanders. That was a good game. They packed the place. I think it's got like 25. I'm thinking 2,000, 2,500 people. It's cool.
It's at least 2,000. Yeah, that's a nice rink.
That's right. You've been out there.
Yeah. I coached there, and
that was the rink that the Ferraro brothers got built, wasn't it? Didn't they get that built?
Well, that was yes. The Ferraro brothers, and they got some guy who was who owned a junior hockey franchise, and that cost $7 million, and then it
was more than they built it for closer to $50 million. That building.
Really? Oh, the one outside. Yeah. That has the rink outside and the 2 rinks inside. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm sorry. How about this? How about Charles? But got it for $7 million. He bought it for $7 million, and his quote was, "I miss him. He was actually a really cool dude." His quote was, "Always be the second person to buy an ice rink."
Yeah, totally, and that is the truth.
Okay, and that we tried to build a couple in Westchester. That didn't work out too well.
Yeah, you're better off just waiting around till somebody gets in financial trouble and buy it pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he said. $7 million. I'm sorry, he bought it for $7 million. They spent $50 million. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's the thing. I think you learned. Like, you've either got to build like a really nice one, where you have multiple events, spend more money, or you just have bare bones, like costume kind of thing, where it's just.
Well, remember what it was? It was like it was $3.5 million to build one sheet, and $1.5 million to build the second one.
Yes, yeah.
So it was like total back when that was all. We looked into that or whatever.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
There's the one up in Connecticut, is it Shelton, Connecticut, where they've got the 2 rinks, like one on top of the other.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that was interesting, and especially the top rink with the Zamboni. There was something with the Zamboni.
Went up an elevator. Didn't they have an elevator for the Zamboni?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That's
done well. That building's done well. Because it's interesting because you don't take up much land space, obviously. So,
right. You use the sky. It's a nice rink. That has good ice.
Talk about the pilot's license. You and Tracy. Was with Alexei Kovalev when we went to Dallas last weekend. He's got his pilot's license. He was talking about flying helicopters too. But he didn't have a helicopter license. It was the same kind of license that was needed. I don't know what it was, but he does both. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but helicopters are really tough because you use both hands and both feet.
Right.
So you're using everything. You're like with the paddles. It's all paddles. I forget it. It's really not that easy to do that stuff.
Yeah.
So and I'm very conscious of the fact that
have you flown a plane? Did you fly? I didn't know that. Man, there's nothing you can't do.
No, I can't land or take off, so that is a problem. Once you're up there, and my buddy really has the control of the plane.
So how difficult is it to actually fly a plane, like taking off and landing?
There's a lot of things you got to remember. So you talk about, mindset and being present in the moment. You have to be present in the moment. And for me, that's very tough.
It's like flying that drone, like flying the drone.
Forget it. It's worse than that. Right. Yeah.
Oh,
because only the drone crashes. If you're flying a plane, you crash. True. And the plane that we fly, you could look it up. It's called an RV-12. That's a plane that people actually put together themselves. So you can imagine like how intricate that must be. It isn't.
Right.
And it has a parachute, Tom. So in the back of the plane, you press a button and a parachute comes out, and then you go nose first into wherever you are.
That's right. So, okay, here we go again. Me being the nice guy, right? Yeah, and now Tracy starts picking on me. Right? She did this last week. Keep up, Laidlaw. He said he only has 24 hours. Keep up, right after me, like attack.
Less than 20 hours.
But
I mean, less than, not even near 40, whatever. But now Bruce Springsteen has ruined my dream of being a
that's
pilot.
not the point. That's not the point here. Okay, Tracy Marie is attacking me, right?
No, she's standing up for her fellow pilot.
Yeah, but why does she have to attack me like that? I feel like is she going to abandon me as friends? Like,
no, no.
See, this is how I react. She's not aware of my abandonment issues. I feel like somebody like is critical like that. I'm like, man,
she's the best. I enjoy when she's on the show.
Sometimes
I enjoy when she's on the show.
Yeah, but sometimes then like attacking me like that. She knows the emotional damage.
Keep you on your toes. You're fine. You're fine. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right, buddy. What's the engine update? Where is the engine currently?
Stop the madness. She now goes out. She's not pulling back. Not being nice. Stop the madness.
No, she's being firm, friendly.
Yeah. So no, I was told it's anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks to get the engine to arrive.
But that was a week ago. So now,
now
it should be 1 to 2 weeks.
That is correct with your math. I'm keeping up.
I'm good with
I kept up with the math.
The numbers.
Yes. And then so it's 12 hours of labor to get it installed. He told me so.
12 hours of labor.
Oof. Right.
Wow.
$9,000. God. But then I have a refurbished engine with a 3-year warranty on it. So it's an investment in the vehicle.
Fingers crossed. And that 3-year warranty, I'm sure you didn't ask the question. How many miles?
Don't say fingers crossed. There's no limitation on miles. 3-year warranty.
No way. No limitation on miles?
Yeah, that is correct.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and you like Tracy Marie say, well, you probably didn't check that out. Like, the two of you, like, what do you do? Do you and Tracy Marie talk before the show and say, listen, here's what we need to say to the lady?
All the time. Yeah. At least she talks to me. You're impossible. I did all that work with the engine, this and that, nothing.
What are you talking about? I'm very appreciative. I'll go back.
Kidding with you.
Oh my God. You and Tracy Marie. Man, this is like,
oh my God. All right. God. Where's Bill? Bill, how's my English today? I'm really trying.
Yeah, he's kind of sleeping today. Tom, as a professional athlete, do you like dealing with fans? Yes, I actually do like dealing with fans. I probably enjoy dealing with the fans more now. When you're playing, you don't realize what the impact you have on people, but now you realize, okay, it's a big thing. I look back even in my childhood, how players like I met Bobby Hull one time. My father got and he talked to me for 10 minutes. It was huge. It meant a lot to me.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah. Fran Tarkenton, when I was a kid at Yankee Stadium, I met him, and that was amazing.
Right.
And then I met him again in real life and did business with him. It was kind of cool.
That's right. So here's a good question. Car Shield. So these automotive, like, what's that? That insurance for cars or whatever it is. Do you get that? Every time I've ever gotten that kind of insurance and something goes wrong, it never is covered. Like, it has to be a certain thing.
Car Shield is an insurance that
yes,
covers you for like
repairs.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Barry Shelley shows up top of this thing. He says that's a scam. See, I agree. It never seems, whenever I've had it, and I haven't had it that often, it never seemed to cover anything that happened to the car.
Well, no, that's not covered. That would be annoying.
That's not covered.
Yeah, my window. I blew a fuse. My window doesn't go up and down. No, we don't do that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
we don't, only major repairs. Only major repairs.
Well, I guess that's the thing. It's like any other insurance. You can buy the Cadillac of insurance, and you're going to get it covered.
But you got to watch because they call you every day, right?
Oh, I know. God, this is the last time we're going to call you too.
Yeah, it's the last time. Yeah. Press 7, and we'll hook you up with an operator.
Yeah, totally. Hola. So yes, big game on Sunday. We actually on Saturday we'll be at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers are having an open practice, so we'll have a bunch of alumni guys there.
Oh, that's awesome! An open practice. That's smart.
Yeah,
I remember they did that in Playland back in the day. That's awesome.
So it's free. They offer it up, I guess, to the season ticket holders first. And so the plan was to just have the lower bowl opened up, but so many people wanted tickets, they opened up for it. So it's sold out. Now, not everybody's going to show up. Obviously, it's free.
Right.
So, but it'll be fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Who's going? Anybody out there going to go? Take video for me.
Yeah.
Get pictures of Tom. Definitely. Where are you going to be? Where are you hiding that day?
I'll be in the concourse, I think, someplace. They have those picture stations where people can buy to get their picture taken.
Cool.
Yeah, I harass people as they walk by, and they're looking at, who's that? Is that Adam Graves?
Oh, they know. Oh, yeah, I know Adam Graves. Now, or Mullins, right? I know the three. I'm telling you, hockey creates male baldness.
Male powder baldness. Yeah.
That's from the helmet. The helmet being so tight on your melon.
Oh, totally. Right. So, did we talk about this on air? I can't remember if we did. No. So, I've got to do an event tonight, Ranger event, a clinic at Rye Playland. They're very strict about wearing helmets, and I don't wear a helmet because I can't. Yeah. So, I had to tear the liner out of the helmet I've got.
Brilliant.
So there's a little bit of sponge rubber left in there, but it's basically the plastic sitting on my head.
But what is it? What was the one that Jaffa?
Oh, the Gretzky helmet.
Yeah,
Gretzky helmet. Yeah, that did a lot of good. Man.
Well,
but then there's like people.
But I'm saying, isn't that a bigger one? Isn't that a bigger helmet?
Yeah,
there's no padding in it, right?
I'm not putting that thing on my head. I look like a little pinhead. Like,
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Gretzky used to wear that. I didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, that didn't. Yeah. Look where it got him.
Yeah, really.
Hall of Fame.
Why should I do something? Why would I do something like him?
Why would you follow him?
Billy's being a little cocky here now.
Here we go.
I always wear a helmet, and I still have great style.
Way to go, Bill. You got to actually skate in and use it, sweat a little bit for Christ's sakes. Come on.
Billy sits on the couch and watches TV with his helmet on.
Yeah. Right. he plays in those fireman games. The fireman games, they put the tape around. The gin and tonic has a black tape, and the freaking vodka and orange juice has a blue tape. In the water bottles. I skated with one of them. I drank the wrong bottle. I was like, what? I just wanted water. Right? Oh yeah,
we were in Dallas. A few guys were having a few beers before the game started.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want to do.
Well, here's one. Danny Erickson. Yeah, Robbie Ftork's helmet. Man, that was a big bucket. That thing. He had about like 3 inches of foam rubber inside there. That Robbie. Remember he had the big dome helmet.
Oh. Yeah. Now Ftork, isn't that the guy who helped you when you hurt your spleen?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the trainer didn't know, and I don't blame the trainer. Nobody knew about a ruptured spleen or anything like that. And I was Mr. Tough Guy, never getting on the trainer's table. So he saw me sitting laying on the trainer's table. He said, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
So he went and got the team doctor from the Bruins. He came in and he says, "You gotta get out of here." Yeah.
So Ftork knew it.
Yep. He knew there's something wrong with me. Yeah, the doctor came in and of course he said, "Well, get the stretcher in here for you." I said, "No, I'm walking out of here. I walked in here. I'm walking out."
So and I meant to tell you this years ago, and then I said, "Nah, why make you feel good?" But years ago, back in Playland, when we were coaching together, you told me that story about the spleen, all right, the stick, spleen, all of that stuff.
Right.
And then about a year later, or a year and a half, whatever, a kid comes back to the bench and he's in real excruciating pain. This kid PJ, that I'm coaching, 16 and under, whatever it was. And I said, what's the matter? He goes, "Oh, the stick, it hit me underneath my rib cage, this and that." I said, "Really?" And I waved to like one of the parents. I said, "Get him and take him to get checked out. I think he hurt his spleen." And sure enough, he did.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah. It was rare that I'd never heard of it before. When they told me I had a ruptured spleen, I was like, what the heck is that?
So I mean, not that I'm sure they would have figured it out without me and you, but seriously, your story to me was the only way I had an idea. Because I never tried to diagnose any of the kids, even to this day, that got hurt while I was coaching. Because I was always, you don't know sometimes. Like somebody comes back, their wrist hurts. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. Let's tape it up. Meanwhile, the thing is broken.
Yeah. Well, isn't that the scary thing about coaching kids? Like sometimes they get hit from behind in the boards, and your first thought is, "Oh my God!" So to me, I try to be really calm when I got to the players. Say, "Okay, you're fine. Let's tell me, move
no
your
matter
hands
what.
for me. Move your hands, move your feet." I once they were moving things in there fine, but you could tell they were scared too, right? And I don't blame them.
Sure. I mean, I had a goalie in one of those Chowder Cup things, which is 20-year-old kids. He got sliced. He got sliced by a skate, and he was bleeding the ice.
Out of the neck.
What? No, thank God it wasn't a Clinton Hawchuk deal. But he was bleeding. I forget right now where it was, but like I walked to him very calmly. I saw him; he's bleeding like crazy, and I just put my hand up and like waved to a trainer. Right. And he was okay though. Kid Joey, good guy.
Yeah, because they're relying on your reaction too, right? Like if they're scared already, then you act like you're scared. It makes it even worse.
Yeah, no. So you have to. I mean, one time some guy got rocked so bad, I jumped. I was standing on the bench. You know how when you're coaching, you're standing on a bench, and without thinking, I jumped onto the ice. I almost cracked my head open. Oh, right? But I mean, So you coach enough, these kids are going to get. They're going to get hit. I
know, unfortunately. And I told you I did a podcast, a Full Change podcast with Rich Pilon. Did I tell you that?
Yeah. No. Go ahead. What? Yeah, good one, right?
Well, amazing story. So Rich Pilon played mainly with the Islanders, played a little bit with the Rangers. I got to know him a little bit. Was always a fun guy, typical hockey player, having his beers and everything like that. And I guess near the end of his career, he got into the cocaine. And he's very open to it, so I wouldn't tell the story if we didn't know.
I hear you. Right.
So he got into, and the podcast was fantastic. Him ultimately, being okay, but he tried to commit suicide. He tried to drive his car or his truck off them. I guess he flipped over end 4 times, wrecked his back. And but at the time, he didn't tell anybody he was trying to commit suicide. He went for about 3 years And he tells a story how he was at some event and his son was there. They got talking about his life and everything. And he realized that part of it was telling the truth. He'd never been truthful with himself. And that's how he got addicted and everything.
Yeah.
And he hadn't even been truthful about this accident. And his son was standing there, I think like 9, 10, 11 years old. He says, listen to everybody. There's like 500 people in the room. He said, listen, I have to talk to my son about something right now. And right in front of everybody, he told him and his son and everything that the first time he told anybody that he tried to commit suicide.
Wow.
And, yeah, he said it was a real moving moment. Like I asked him, I said, would you do that over again? Would you tell your son that way? And he said, yes. He says, it was fantastic. He came over to me and hugged me and everything. So it was really, really amazing. And he's really changed his life around now and does a lot of great things. He's a native, I don't know if he's native Canadian or Native American, but he's native and helps a lot of kids in that community. He uses horses. He takes the horses and the kids ride the horses. And really,
you know what, horses supposedly there's like a whole therapy deal around horses, and there's a ton of therapy that is used with horses. It's actually a whole path of that stuff going on.
Yeah. You know what's amazing too with these guys, these athletes, like again, there's Clinton Larchuk, Corey Hirsch, Rich Side, and once they've all got through it, they end up doing more good things for other people. Really making a difference in the world. So, and I guess their stories are so compelling, right? That they've gone through all this, they fight their way through. So kids will say, well, if he got through it, then I can get through it, kind of mentality.
Well, it's important. I mean, the bottom line is that there's a train of thought or whatever that suicide in a lot of cases is an impulse, impulsive. It's an impulsive action in a lot of people's situation. And people that have jumped off bridges, that lived, and some of them actually do live, they say the moment they jumped, they regretted it. Like the moment they actually jumped, they regretted it. So that's hopefully people can hear that and get some solace and realize that tomorrow's another day. You know what I'm saying? Better days ahead.
Corey Hirsch, same thing too. He talked about how he was going to drive his car off a cliff. And then he stopped, like just slammed the brakes on before he did it because he was thinking, part of the thought process was, what if I just get all mangled and I don't kill myself and I'm mangled and I'm paralyzed for the rest of my life? That's the stuff he's going through.
I don't think anybody thinks that way, but if that's going to prevent somebody from doing it, fantastic, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't. Thankfully, that's one of my yets. I haven't yet thought of. That would be my exit strategy. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that true? Like, you think when something happens, when somebody does take their own life, then you think to yourself, like, how do you get to that point? I'm not blaming anybody else to do it. To get to that point where, I had that client of mine that Greg Johnson who committed suicide, and he was just a fantastic, not that it matters, like, but you look at the guy, you would think he'd be the last guy that would ever commit suicide, but I don't know how you judge that. But
no, I don't know how you judge it either, but it takes all walks of life. I mean, just people decide at some point they're in such despair, whether it's a secret, something that's happened to them, whatever it might be, that for that moment, because it only takes a moment generally, right? I mean, for that moment, they decide, well, this is my best, I've had it, I'm done. And they jump or they shoot or they overdose, they take a bottle of pills, God forbid, or they hang themselves, God forbid, And so I got to tell you, Tom, I've been around, enough of that, unfortunately. And there's a reason why, I guess, that I have been, but like you have to you got to realize that there's more to it, man.
Right.
Than life is beautiful. I mean, life, and every day, be grateful you wake up, and you know what, if you can use positive words daily and have a positive mindset, and if you don't know how to do that, well, contact us, it's like,
well, that was the thing with Richie Pila talking, that he felt like he was better off dead and his family would be better off if he was dead. So, to get to that point, which, I mean, he knows now just is not true, right? I mean, he needed to get help, and he ultimately has gotten help, and he's been clean and sober for 18 years now, too. So.
God bless him. Yeah. And and once again, that's a day at a time. But, the bottom line, though, also is when you do that, when somebody has mental illness, the amount of stress and strain you're putting on your loved ones, and if you think that suicide is going to alleviate their pain, there's no way.
Yeah, it alleviates your pain. It doesn't alleviate their pain at all.
Yeah, it's going to heap more. It's going to heap more pain on your loved ones, and also it's going. They say, all right. And who are they? Well, doctors and scientists and therapists and psychologists, all that stuff. But who is, that it actually then it shows other people in the family that there's a way out. That that might be an exit strategy.
Yeah.
So in other words, people, a lot of times, like people that commit suicide, there are other people in their family then that might choose that path also.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So
yeah, we see where we lost Gino Ojic, not from suicide. Gino Ojic passed away too.
Yeah. He was young, right?
Yeah, in his 40s, I believe, maybe 50s. But he suffered. He had some disease, and I can't remember what it was, some rare disease. But he was really loved. You could tell he's one of those guys that everybody really loved him too. So, and then there was a minor league player, Gillingham, that passed away fairly young age too. Yeah, I'm doing on this podcast we're doing. We have this guy Terry Ryan on. Terry is a really interesting story. He's from Newfoundland. He was a first round draft pick on Montreal Canadiens. We represented him. I didn't represent him directly when I was with IMG, but he. Right? Yeah, he's on the show Shorzy, and he was on Spittin' Chicklets. I mean, so he's getting pretty.
Oh, Spittin' Chicklets, yeah, that's a pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So he's interesting. He's a really funny guy. So I'm going to do his podcast, and he's doing my podcast with his quite a character. He's really, again, another story about a guy that things really didn't work out for him. Again, being a first round draft pick, but he's really out helping other people. Yeah, funny guy.
Well, why not? And listen, it's even celebrities, athletes, whatever. You have a platform, might as well use it.
Yeah,
you might as well use it. You could do such great stuff. Even like the guys in the bands that I worked with. An autograph. Hello, how are you? What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Once you come to realize that you can really make a big difference in people's lives, we can all do it. But you're right. Somebody with a voice, like we have to be lucky to play professional sports, so now you got more of a voice. You really. So.
Yeah. Whatever it is. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. So, Danny, I'm super focused on my wife and kids. I think that's what.
Good. God bless you, Danny.
Yes, because and I think we've said this so many times. We want to take care of our bodies. We work out. We eat healthy foods. But I don't think enough of us really pay attention to our own mental health and our family's mental health, even our friends' mental health too. Like to talk about it. Put healthy things in your mind. You can exercise your brain. Get yourself out of your comfort zone more often. Because again, those bad things. Bad things are going to happen to you. It's just a fact of life. You're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Because to me, I know we joke around about mistakes, but I feel like. I know you're the same way. That I'm glad I've made some of the mistakes in the past because I've learned from all those mistakes in the past, right? So if you're afraid to make those mistakes, you're kind of cheating yourself a little bit. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to make financial mistakes, all those. But by making those mistakes, you learn. So you try new things.
No, I mean definitely. Adversity is going to happen. I could be Mr. Pot. Hey, look, I got my positivity shirt. I got go for it. Yeah, I know. Well, you have your New York Rangers shirt. Okay, so I'm Captain Positivity. No quit in New York. There you go. No quit in New York. I love it. Okay, so that means you guys don't do good on the road. Is that it?
No quit.
No. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, but getting back to what we were saying, Danny, that's fantastic that you're focused on that. And I will tell you from experience, be mindful of what you're going through. Be mindful of what it's like to be a caregiver. I'm not preaching. I'm telling you from experience that, you know what, if stuff is going on, just keep an eye on Danny a little bit too.
Yeah. Put your own mask. Put your own mask on first.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. You're on a plane. You're on a plane. Put your oxygen mask on first. So don't forget yourself in the process, please. Because I did.
So Tracy Marie. Okay. So is she referring to me working on myself? But have you? So she's questioning. I know I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt here. I'm going to say that she's asking a serious question. Have I worked on myself? Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh sure. Yes. Are you kidding me?
Still a long way to go. We have much improvement to do.
Yeah, we talk off the podcast once in a while. Yeah, no, Tom is working hard on himself.
Austin, that's great.
If you think he's a jerk now, excuse me. If you think he's a jerk now, listen, you had to see him 20 years ago. Oh my God. Wow.
So, but that's a good point though. Like I do have more people in my life like you, Corey Hirsch's, all those guys that I talk to now about stuff. We need to prove ourselves. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you, Oh, have I learned?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes. No, it's a great question, Tracy. Honestly, that I have learned. I have learned to learn. Like I think I'd gotten to the point before where it's this is just the way I am. That's just the way it's going to be. This is the foods I eat. This is the workouts, and now it's like no, learn more and more. And I love it. I think getting better every day. Yeah.
Totally. And you want to know something? I speak for myself, but Tom could relate to this. The more you hang out with people that are talking about the same stuff and trying to improve themselves and mental wellness and physical wellness and spiritual wellness, it's osmosis. It really is. It's osmosis. I say I brainwash myself with positivity because all I do is read and listen to stuff that's positive.
Yep. I agree.
You know, I don't need to go to a bar and sit with a bunch of guys complaining about their wives and every other damn thing in life and pour me another drink and all that stuff.
Right.
I'd rather just watch YouTube and watch Jocko, watch Rogan, watch whoever it is that I.
Yeah, stop watching about politicians lying and like you watch. You watch CNN, you get one version of the same story. You watch Fox News, you get another version of the same story. They're arguing with each other, talking. Since I've stopped watching that news, my life is so much better.
Oh, much better. Yeah. I mean, every once in a while, if you want, you go see what's going on in politics, and now they have proof that they edited tapes of people and all this other crap that they're going through. It's nauseating. I mean, let's face it. You're looking for somebody's laptop. There's illegal stuff on it. Throw the guy in jail. Right? It doesn't matter who it is. So I'm sorry. Well, whatever it might be. I don't mean to pick on one thing. That one bothers me. Anyway,
I saw a guy, really interesting interview where a guy was talking about how everything's back. Well, he says everything's backwards. A lot of things are backwards, right? Our government really isn't supposed to know about what's going on in our lives. That's not why the government was designed. Like they shouldn't know all our business, but we should know all their business. Now it's kind of backwards where they know all our business and we don't know what these people are doing, right? Like we find out.
What does it do? Good.
Okay, hold on. Drop everything. Drop everything. Alicia is back. Watch Hooverman.
Watch Hooverman. Listen to that. Yeah. That's
that's such a succinct to the point.
Good.
That's our
watch Hooverman. Hooverman. I tell you what, Hooverman is he's pretty good.
Oh, Tracy's voice here, political opinion a little bit. Tracy's get the political opinion going a little bit. Unless you're liberal, nothing happens.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Tracy's getting fired up.
Tracy, go get him.
Yes. Well, we covered a lot of topics.
Be kind, Tracy.
We're going to be kind. We know Quit in New York, Mr. Positivity over there.
Yes. Wow, it's an hour. It's an hour. So 100 live, 101:42. Is that's 60 minutes? Huh?
That's about 61 minutes. The way I do my math, it's 61.
Oh, overtime. Well, okay, Wise. All right, great. That's great. Good. Tom, getting rid of the clutter in your mind can also help you focus on the simple pleasures of life. Okay.
Say that one more time, please.
Say one more time. Again, I got to remember what I just said.
Yeah, repetitive.
Getting rid of the clutter. Getting rid of the clutter in your mind will help you focus on the simple pleasures in life.
That's right. I call it thoroughly blissful ignorance. Totally.
That's Coach Rich's today's positivity.
I like it a lot. That's excellent. Again,
all
right, guys. We've talked a lot about mental health and everything like that. So again, we've got the hotline, the mental health hotline. It started off being a suicide hotline. Again, it's 988. Again, we remind everybody. I think it's very important to do this, to reach out and help other people. If you see they're in need, ask them if they're okay.
And we are each getting brand new cars if you subscribe to Tom's YouTube channel. So if you can do that, I know everybody watches on Facebook, subscribe to Tom's YouTube channel. And if you want to see some real positive stuff, you can go to @CoachRichG on YouTube, because I am just unleashing positivity. Tom, thank you for everything. Your friendship is overwhelming.
Okay. We got one quick question here.
Go.
Favorite steakhouse in Westchester, Connecticut?
Ooh, go, Tom.
Well, we don't eat a lot of red meat here, so I'd have to go back in my Westchester or Connecticut favorite steakhouse. There's a steakhouse at the top of Greenwich Avenue, I think, just off the avenue. I can't remember the name of it. You know what, though? I'll do a little research and I'll post that. It's a good question.
So Benjamin's is somewhere in Westchester County, and that's a decent one. But I generally like to cook my own steak because I don't put as much salt on it, and
that's one thing. But one thing about a steak, though, like a charbroiled porterhouse steak, put a little butter on it. I know it's not very healthy. But
no.
But now, what do you go with your sides? Hash browns, creamy spinach. What do you do?
I like this. I like spinach. I like broccoli. I like the greens. I go with the greens. I really do. No, I'll take hash browns, but I mean, I like greens.
Right. Would you take hash browns over mashed potatoes, or mashed potatoes over hash browns?
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
I like mashed potatoes. Good mashed potatoes are fantastic. What do they call them? The dirty mashed potatoes or some crap like that? You ever have those where it's like somebody that doesn't peel everything? They kind of.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of skin. Those are pretty good. I forgot what they call those, but yeah. But like I said, I don't like eating out because they just put too much salt on stuff.
I know. Yeah, when you eat at home, you can control how much salt, sodium, sugars, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, hey, I don't have any sugar, but you know, for me, that's just me. But salt you need. You need some salt. Yeah. I was told because
I've got into using capers. So if I make my homemade ketchup, I put capers in it, so you get your sodium from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little envious of the ketchup. I guess they can't ship any of that down to Florida.
Sure we can.
Okay.
What? So now, is capers a fruit or a vegetable?
You do this to me all the time. Just tell me the answer. All right, it's
it's actually a fruit. I was surprised.
Okay, it's a fruit. See, this is what I said. Okay, good. and you have varying kinds, right? You have explain. I'm proud of you.
Capers. If you got to read your nutrition label. There's some
just listening to you. But go ahead.
Go. Some capers you buy have more sodium than others. Yeah. Right, the capers I get at Costco have a lower sodium content. So,
really, and that's in what aisle in Costco?
They move things around. See, Costco has theories. They don't have any signs where stuff is. They move things around, so it forces you to go up and down every aisle. It's kind of awkward though, because if somebody else is going the opposite way, you see that every time you go down the aisle. Like, do you talk to them? Do you not talk to them?
Say hello to everybody. You say hello to everybody. Don't give me that. Come on.
Yeah, but then, like, if it's a woman, like she thinks, oh, this guy's trying to hit on me.
Well, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem with somebody with a magnet like you. That's got to be a big problem. I understand that. Yeah, that's got to be incredible. What an issue. But yeah, and I got to tell you real quick, a plug for Ace Hardware. Okay. No, I'm not sponsored by Ace Hardware, but Ace Hardware, where you can go to a hardware store and actually have a conversation with somebody who will help you put your sliding glass doors together, as opposed to walking around aimlessly in Lowe's or Home Depot.
But you can't get a steak there, though, right? Can't get a steak.
No, but if you go outside, sometimes they have like food trucks, and the food truck might give you a Philly cheesesteak, delicious, okay, or something like that. Nice Philly cheesesteak, no ketchup. You get a little Cholula. Yeah, that's the hot sauce.
But they use that Velveeta cheese. I mean, might as well pour right into your veins and clog up your veins.
No. I watch them and they don't use Velveeta cheese. I don't know where you're going, but no. Where the hell do you go to you get Velveeta cheese?
Who's this? In those food trucks. Alicia, where can I buy a shirt like yours?
Oh, we'll give you a special deal, but it's online. It's online at what is it? Like an eyeball. I love you stores.com, something like that. Yeah, I'll put that. Yes, thank you.
What is Bill? What does Bill call me here? I'm a dork magnet. Why is it dark?
I don't think he's a dork. Okay, that's one thing we can't say. Bill, I'm sorry. We could call Tom a lot of things, but he's certainly not a dork. He's like a robot. You could say he's a robot. He's a madman. He's a storm. He's a freaking nuclear disaster. Whatever you could say, but no.
No. Then who was it here? Somebody's wife didn't like me, but now she likes me again. Where is that statement? Danny Erickson. Is Danny Erickson?
How did that happen?
She thought I was arrogant. Danny Erickson's wife thought that I was arrogant. Tracy, I think her name was Tracy. Yeah.
No, and then what the hell did you do to make somebody not think you were arrogant? For Christ's sake, that's impossible.
Not think I was arrogant. Not think I was arrogant.
Could that be?
I know
makes no sense to me, really. A dog magnet. There you go. Here's a dog.
That's magnet. That's what he meant. Thanks, Tracy. See, Tracy recovered herself.
Thank you, Tracy.
I was going to have to take some therapy or something like that because of the way Tracy was.
This is like the after show party you're having. After show. This is like the VIP. What is it called? What's that thing? OnlyFans. This is the OnlyFans segment of our show.
How about women are making millions of dollars selling pictures of their feet? Like, what is that all about?
All right, who the hell knows? And how do you even know that, for Christ's sake? So you're meeting people like, see these feet? I make 10 grand a month.
I have a friend out in LA. Actually, she's a dancer, the King's dancers, those ice dancers. And she got approached by an agent out there. That's all he does. He represents women who sell pictures of their feet.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's, oh my God. God bless him.
You wouldn't want pictures of my feet. Huh? I skated all that time with no socks or anything like that. So my feet are like,
yeah. I don't need the visual. Okay.
I have to put a blanket over my feet to go to the beach.
All
right, everybody. Again, 988 at Mental Health Hotline. Take care, everybody. It's great to see you again. We will be here. So we're efforting. No, I can't put it that way. We will be on every Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
10.
Okay.
10 a.m.
Yes. 10 a.m. Yes. If something changes, Deb Anderson will send out a notice if something changes. Okay.
Thanks, Deb.
All right.
Goodbye, Tom. I miss you already. See you.
Yes, same here.